Welcome into Mason's multi-purpose field for a matchup between the two leaders of the GMC for boys lacrosse, the Mason Comets, play host of the Sycamore Aviators, each team with 3 wins on the year. I'm Ben Haller alongside Lucas Kleinmeyer for tonight's game. Lucas, what do you like in this matchup?
I like that this is a rivalry, Ben. You know, this is a rivalry in all sports, football, baseball, soccer, basketball, you name it. Mason versus Sycamore. It's always, personally, my favorite GMC matchup of the year always. These are two teams that are above 500 or below 500 on the year so far. You know, both these teams probably going to be a physical match, as pretty much every lacrosse match is, especially for boys, but especially this one because it's got that rivalry feel to it. But I'm excited. I'm excited for Weston Simmons, you know, leading attacker for the Comets, who leads the Comets in scoring. He's second in the GMC with 13. Ty Harris for Sycamore. He leads the GMC in scoring with 15. So those are two electrifying players. So watch out for them this game to probably put a lot of numbers on the board.
Yeah, don't let that 3-3 record for the Comets trick you. They have had a very tough schedule so far, playing a couple teams from out of state. Their first game opened up against Hudson, who's a top 5 team in the country. That didn't go well. They played a strong first half in that one. Then they traveled to Cathedral and played Cathedral, who's also one of the top teams in the country. They played them really close and then lost to another inter-conference rival in Moeller before starting GMC play. But they've got off to a strong start in GMC play. They've beaten Oak Hills. They've beaten Lakota West. And here we are tonight against the second place in the GMC team, Sycamore.
Yeah, another player to watch out for as well, Ben. Alec Blessing for Sycamore. He leads the GMC in, I believe, about 2 or 3 categories. He's first in 2. He leads the GMC in caused turnovers with 14. He leads that by 8. The second person is Mason Levin, the junior on Mason, with 6. He leads the league in interceptions as well with 1. A lot of players in the GMC as well also have 1. And he's also third in the GMC with assists at 6. So a lot of players for the Sycamore team are off to a hot start in the year, but we'll see who comes out on top. It'd be a big win for either team and could be a momentum setter going into the rest of the season because it is so early, but we'll see what team can come out with a victory tonight.
Yeah, there's not a clear starting 10 for this Mason Comet squad. They've tried a lot of different lineups offensively and defensively, but defense has been very consistent for the Comets. And the first draw will end up being battled out and won by Sycamore, I believe. And we're going to get a chance to see Mason's strong offense in action, and Sycamore will get their players in position.
Yeah, Sycamore's early attack here. Don't need to rush anything, Ben's first possessions in this game. Got 3 more quarters to play. Don't need to rush anything, but it looks like we're going to get a quick shot off.
Quickly inside. That one's no good from Alvaro Arons. And a rebound won by Sycamore, so they'll get another try. But, you know, in high school lacrosse, there's no shot clock. You're going to see a lot slower paced and a lot more conservative possessions.
Yeah, and a big difference between boys lax and girls lax, that shot bounces over, is the physicality. It's a lot more physical for boys lacrosse, I should say, rather than girls lax. So you see a lot more contact rather than girls lacrosse, which makes the game kind of less scoring and not a lot of good scoring opportunities.
Now towards the top, we're going to see Logan Donnelly try now, and that one's going to be turned over. And Mason will get their first possession of the game. Their star goalie, Drew Elfers, bringing it out for this Comet squad.
Yeah, Drew Elfers, Ohio Northern University commit by D3 lacrosse.
He came way up for that one and threw it away out of bounds. It'll go with Sycamore. These are two very similar teams in terms of very strong defenses. Question marks on the offensive side, but they have a lot of depth in their attack.
Yeah, really besides Weston Simmons, Ben, there's not a lot of players to this Comet team that have scored multiple goals in a game. It's been a while since the Comet players had multiple goals besides the junior star. But we'll see if someone tonight for the Comets can step up other than him.
And they're going to wait for Ty Harris, the senior leading scorer in the GMC, to set up their offense. He's taking point now. I'm going to pass it over to the right side. And this Sycamore team on the year we talked about, Mason's tough schedule. Sycamore's had one, too. They're 3-2, 2 losses, but expect a lot from GMC play as that one's lost and taken by the Comets once again. And Mason will try to go now.
It's going to be promising for the Comets.
Across the middle, they're going to get over to the left side, and a nice pass picked off. Another interception for Sycamore. They lead the GMC in interceptions, and they got another one early in this one. 9:19 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, going back to what I said about the multi-goal gains, the Comets, Henry Hooper, and their 12-4 win versus West had 2. Michael Neer, the junior, had 2. Carter Vaughn, the junior, had 2 and an assist. So a couple players getting a couple goals, but hasn't been consistent, unlike Simmons.
The freshman Natorp tried to get it started there for the Comets, gets it to the other side. And gets it once again. That one's thrown away, I think. They're going to say Sycamore was closest to it, so Sycamore takes possession now. No scoring here with 8:50 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, both teams been a little sloppy in the attack, but that's pretty probably common in the start of all lacrosse games. A lot of more contact in the defensive area makes it hard to put your shot on target.
Morris gets it over to Harris now, inside trying to do something, work on this Mason defense. But that's hard to do against guys like Owen Bostico, Craig Wexelblatt, Mason Levin, and that one's taken away now and deflected. And across that red line, out of bounds, Mason keeps it. They get possession once again and gets it back to the goalie, Elfers. Mason will try to set up their offense now, get their guys in position. They're trying to like a little bounce pass inside, but that one may have been deflected, but either deflected or too short. Sycamore takes it. That one taken by Alec Blessing. He leads the GMC in interceptions.
Both keepers for this team, Drew Elfers, that we mentioned a couple minutes before Ben. He's 5th in the GMC with saves. He's got 34. Andrew Cathy, I believe is how you say it, for Sycamore. He's got 38 saves on the year for Sycamore. That's 4th in the GMC. So
here's inside Mason now. Going to be taken on the right side by Peter Marietta, another freshman. A lot of young contributors on this Mason team. Had a nice move on the attack, gets it over the left side. That one, another deflection. Seen only one shot on goal in this game combined. That's from Sycamore, and that was from Ty Harris earlier in this one.
yeah, both teams definitely got their communication down so far in defense, Ben. They're very organized. Both teams been very sloppy in the attack. Both teams been really patient, but been kind of lacking that last offensive quality.
Taking the point here and trying to find the middle was Peyton Gronholm, and he couldn't do so, and this one's going to be scooped up and taken by Sycamore. Aggressive defense coming up with Jacob Hudson, but wasn't able to get anything going. And a couple of substitutions on each side will continue play.
Can't quite see who's going in there just yet, Ben, but I believe there's 3 or 4 Mason substitutions that just came on.
Here's over in the corner. Michael Norrie gets it now for Sycamore, trying to make a move, but tight Mason defense there from Ethan Mathis. And that shot scooped up by Elfers, and Mason will try.
And once again, Drew Elfers just kind of a little too much on that pass. He did that once when he came all the way up to about halfway. Did it again, but Mason still has it.
I'll try to attack. I thought they had some numbers, but they're going to pull that one back out and wait for the rest of their guys. Now taking the point, that's going to be Aiden Schramm, star junior for this Comet squad, trying to make a move, get inside. He gets behind the goal.
Oh, good pass.
Cutting across the middle, that one just over the head.
That was a good look for the Comets, just couldn't pull that one off.
Yeah, I think that was Jacob Hudson who couldn't bring that one down. And a spin move here for Ty Wilson. That's taken from him. Impressive defense by the Comets, kept alive by Sycamore. And now trying to make a move, that's Stephen Coyne. He'll pull it back out.
A little bit interesting. We haven't seen. Oh, good shot.
That was a nice shot attempt from Michael Norrie, taken by Drew Elfers. That's our third save for Elfers just in the first quarter. We're 4:31 to go here on the opening. And now on the run. That's quick and speedy. Aiden Schramm on the outside, trying to look inside behind the goal. And that pass is deflected up in the air. And looks like the Comet couldn't find it, eventually bringing it down. That was Eli Natorp, the freshman. And we talk about these freshmen on this team and how many play. What does that mean for a team like Mason who's going for a GMC championship?
I mean, that means they got good talent and they got a good core and upcoming players coming up. Even when these seniors like Craig Wexelblad, Owen Bosco, Drew Elfers, Jacob Hudson all graduate this year, they got a good. Looks like there's a little bit of action in the goal there.
That one was intercepted there right by the goal, but the shot was missed. I believe that was from Hudson. And
yeah, just finishing what you said, Ben. Just a really good young core group of players. They're young and upcoming and will provide really good for this Comets team moving on. When they're sophomore, juniors, and seniors, already getting varsity minutes as a freshman is very hard to do, and especially for a team like the Comets, it's very impressive and shows what kind of talent they are.
Natorp had it on the run. He's going to pull it back out for the Comets and a couple of substitutions as Mason tries to set up their offense across the middle. And there's a goal for the Comets. That was number 22, Weston Simmons, leads the Comets in scoring. No surprise there. Gets it opening for Mason. And in this game with 3:12 to go in the first, the Comets lead Sycamore 1-0.
That was really good there by Simmons. Almost kind of a solo play towards the end. Nice little couple moves, cradled around two defenders, able to finish. And he's been on a hot streak all season long. Started this season, and he did it here just to get the opening goal in this game.
We'll see him in the faceoff once again against Ty Harris, and that one eventually taken by Sycamore. Getting it started, it's going to be Mikey Davis, the senior defender. He's going to come up.
Yeah, a little bit interesting with draws, Ben. They're both Mason and Sycamore are top two in the GMC. Gavin DeWitt, Jr., 60 draw controls in the GMC so far. Spencer Kahn, Jr. for Sycamore is 54, so only 6 for a difference between these two teams, but they both lead the GMC, so draws is going to be a really big thing to look at in this game.
Logan Donnelly goes around goal up the alley and gets it over to Arons, but taken by Elfers. Elfers stepping out a little risky play, but it pays off for the Comets. They take possession once again. And they'll try to go here with Jack Walden taking it up for the Comets. We've seen many substitutions already for Mason. They want to get a lot of players involved. It's also early in the season, so they want to see what they have on their team going forward.
Like we said, they got those young players that they want to get minutes and experience, and they have a big roster, so a lot of subs are being made, and really no surprise, really.
That one kind of a misplay picked up by the goalie, Andrew Cathy. And that pass almost deflected, trying to get it across the middle now. Sycamore's on the run and intercepted. Going the other way for the Comets now. And they're going to pull things back out, but a nice defensive play there from Jack Walden. That's Mariette'll set up the offense. Around the world for this Mason Comet team. They lead by 1 with 1:20 left to go in the first quarter. No shot clock in high school lacrosse. You could see him take the last shot. This one gets scooped up by Henry Cooper. There's a sophomore, one of the other underclassmen on this team. You heard us talk about a lot of young talent.
Yeah, a lot of underclassmen for this Comets team are getting minutes early on this year, and you like to see that a lot. Shows this program's growing, and they'll be good for years to come, not just relying on their senior talent.
See what Marietta can do. Gets it up to Peyton Gronholm. Gronholm, the junior. Good defense from Sycamore now with 40 seconds on the clock. Mason's able to kick it back out and try again on the other side. And there's Peter Marietta around goal. 28 seconds to go. It does seem like Mason's trying to hold for the last shot. Jacob Hudson behind goal in no hurry now. Talk about a lot of young talent, but Hudson, one of the experienced and very talented seniors. So
definitely, and all the people that are notable as him, it probably drew out for his own Bosco, Craig Wexbeck, Jack Walden, of course. Ooh.
That was a skipper there from Weston Simmons. That one's going to go out of bounds. Mason keeps it. With 7 seconds to go, Mason's going to try to draw something up, put up a miracle. Peter Marietta from way outside, and that one's going out of bounds. 0.3 seconds, but that'll end the first quarter after the inbound. And
yeah, very slow offensive start, Ben. Only 5 shots on target.
And at the end of the first quarter, the Comets lead 1-0. We'll be back for boys lacrosse here on Mason Sports Radio. Welcome back to Mason versus Sycamore. Comets off to a 1-0 lead. These are the two leaders in the GMC, and the GMC is expected to come down to one of these two teams. Mason got the scoring. Started off early with Weston Simmons. And Sycamore is trying on the attack now, but another good win there. And there's some contact. Ooh. And a flag's going to be thrown.
I didn't see any, like, something that was a little too much physical in that first half, Ben. Saw a flag already in the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, a lot of times these Mason-Sycamore games, they can get a bit chippy. As we switch sides here. Sycamore going the other way, and now Mason gets possession. I think they're going to say Sycamore keeps it. We're going to see what that flag was. I'm not sure. We got confirmation.
But yeah, not quite sure what happened there.
That does appear to be on the defense.
Yep.
So here Sycamore takes it on the right side. Now get a chance to set up their offense at the top there. That's Alec Blessing. Around the corner now, Alvaro Aran's trying to get it. And Mason's defense holding strong. Only 2 shots on goal for Sycamore. None of those have gone in. And there's another one. Shot missed just a little too high.
Yeah, to touch on Aran's there real quick, Ben. 9 goals, 5th in the GMC as a senior. So he's one of those kind of X-factor players we didn't really talk about.
That one goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Sycamore off the Alec Blessing miss. Sycamore originally got the rebound, and they'll take this one again. Going around goal. A nice move from Arons, but taken away. Good defensive play there. And Elfers has it now. And here come the Comets. On the attack is Gavin DeWitt. We haven't seen a ton of him today, the junior. Expected to play a big role in this season for the Comets. And there's Simmons, will slowly control and take the offense.
Yeah, we didn't call Simmons' name as much either. Been a lot in that first quarter, but same thing with Gavin DeWitt. Maybe he can have a better performance in the second quarter. Ooh, good
nice
shot.
Move from Simmons. That one deflected off the stick of Kathy, and Mason keeps possession. I try to get something quick from out of bounds, but Hudson isn't able to get anything off.
Yeah, Simmons is just very shifty. His movements are so quick. You've seen that already a couple times.
And that's Nico Goals on the shot attempt. Another 2 quick ones. That one goes out of bounds as well. Mason on the rebound. But it's a good sign for the Comets getting these shots off. They're going to dance around behind the goal, get it to the other side now. Spin move. But lost his footing there. Going around inside now. That shot attempt's good. Comets take a 2-0 lead. Have a goal by the senior, Jacob Hudson. And only their 4th shot on goal. But a 50% mark here today. Strong showing offensively and defensively from the Comets.
Yeah, how about that from Hudson able to finish the play off. Mason almost lost possession there on that spin move. Really good for the Comets to finish that playoff after Sycamore with a very physical defense there. Hudson able to make it 2-0.
Simmons and Harris battled for it, eventually taken by Sycamore now. Trying to go with numbers, and they'll pull it back out. Nice spin move on the outside. See what Harris can get. He'll just pass that one back out. 8:52, under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. And the Battle of the Skies Lacrosse edition. 2-0 Comets lead. A very defensive battle so far. That one on the ground, finally going to be scooped up by Harris. And here goes Nuri on the attack.
The Sycamore's had a lot more possession down Mason's end. The Comets been able to capitalize on their chances, and Sycamore hasn't.
That one's hit from behind and controlled once again by the Comets defense, given back to Elfers. We've seen a lot of really good plays here from Mason's defense. Holding strong against this talented Sycamore offense.
They've been a little more physical, I would say, Ben. Kind of after the ball is released, after a little bit more shoving, as you see right here.
A lot of shoving there from Jacob Tume. There will finally be a whistle, and there's a flag. I think that's going to go on Sycamore. That's going to be on Jacob Tume, the senior midfielder. Refs will discuss.
Yeah, he kind of just whacked the Comet player. Didn't quite see who that was. 3 or 4 times after the whistle was blown. And definitely deserved a flag for sure. But yeah, definitely Sycamore definitely been a lot more physical in the second quarter than we saw in the first. Comets as well. A lot of afters, a lot after shoving. Those little pushes that you didn't quite see in the second quarter, especially now being down 2-0, they got to play more aggressive. You might see those frustrations start to settle in, especially if Sycamore can't get a goal before halftime.
Mason will take it out top. Taking the point was Weston Simmons. Good ball movement now. Neary, the junior, checked in now for the Comets, and they get it the other side. Simmons and Neary playing some 2-man ball. The attack on the inside, almost thrown away there from Gavin Minogue, another talented senior for this Comet team. And that shot's ripped. No good. Far left from Neary. Another one that'll stay with the Comets, I believe.
It's only 6 shots on goal total for those teams. Mason's only 1 in this quarter led to their goal to make it 2-0. has been the cleanest game offensively.
Here's Weston Simmons over on the right side, gets it back. Looking to Michael Neary. Here's Gavin Minogue in the corner, back up top. Another rip there from Neary. Once again, just a little bit off. That time it's a save from Kathy, and Sycamore will take it.
And maybe Sycamore can get something going offensively. Just kind of been stalling when they've been Mason's attacking at half. Haven't been able to get anything off, but now we'll get a whistle here.
We're going to await the call. Maybe an offside. We haven't seen one today yet. And I think it's going to be a timeout. So the Comets still lead 2-0 over the Sycamore Aviators with 6:41 left to go in half. Stay with us for Boys Lacrosse here on Mesa Sports Radio. Welcome back to second quarter action here at Mason Multi-Purpose Field. The Sycamore Aviators have possession and they're down 2. Lucas, what have you seen so far in this game?
The Masons capitalized on their few offensive chances they've had. Only 4 shots on goal. They got 2 goals. Sycamore only has 2 shots on goal, and they have 0. Sycamore been playing really physical more than Mason, but Mason's moves have been a little bit more quick in the attacking half. They've gotten a lot more shots off, definitely, than Sycamore. They might have not registered on target, but definitely have tested the keeper more than Sycamore, and they will do so here.
That shot from Mike Neary almost went in, but Andrew Elfer's got another save, and he's going to scoop up this one here. Had trouble with it, and that was dangerous out of goal, but he finally gets it to his fellow defender.
You're really composed there from Andrew Elfer. That's what you want to see from your college commit goalkeeper.
Yep. Here's Mason on the run now. Pulling it back out. Mason Levin, a junior for this Comet squad. Another one expected to step up. And that pass is just thrown out of bounds. Sycamore takes it. Can't afford those careless turnovers if you're Mason. Only with a 2-point lead right now with 5 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, you really can. Last year, both these teams split the series. Sycamore did beat the Comets. I believe they beat them 7-1. And the Comets won 7-5. If not that, it was reverse. But I do remember both those scores last year. So both these teams split the series. So it's always going to be a tough game between these two between these two sides. And both these teams are definitely contenders to win the GMC. When the GMC only has, I believe, 5 or 6 teams in it this year. Definitely the 2 powerhouses to look out for.
Alvaro Aran's around the goal now. That one was brought up by Logan Donnelly, a big frame at attack. Plays some midfield as well. And across the middle, there's a shot. Another one saved by Elfers. Elfers has had an impressive game tonight. No goals so far for Sycamore. They've had 4 on goal.
Yeah, Sycamore's testing Elfers a little bit more, but when Elfers has been tested, he's come up big a lot of times.
Mason coming in the attack now. That one's going to be pulled out by Levin.
Yeah, Mason just content here with the 2-goal lead. Just going to try to take as much time as they can.
Weston Simmons doing a lot of the controlling up at top. Trying to take point. He's trying to make a move now here on his defender. He'll get it over now. Jacob Hudson can't pull that one in. It's going to be a race to see who keeps possession.
Nice double team for the Comets.
Yeah, that's impressive play. I think that was Michael Neary who got over there to help Jacob Hudson out and help Mason keep possession.
Yeah, one last thing, Ben, is Mason's effort's just been a little bit more, whether it's chasing the ball so they retain possession out of bounds or just double teams like that or just playing hard like this.
Here's Simmons, a couple of spin moves, pulls it back out. Aiden Schramm over on the right side. Here's that kick inside behind goal. Simmons thought he was going to try a nice fake, tries under again, and that's good. Weston Simmons, or that might have been Aiden Schramm. I believe that was Aiden Schramm.
How about that?
The junior. A lot of love for this Mason offense on the junior side, and they take a 3-goal lead here over their biggest threat to compete against them in the GMC.
Yeah, heck of a shot there, Benny. He thought about that initially, but faked the Sycamore defender once and then twice and just whipped that shot between the legs of Kathy. Making a 3-goal lead for the Comets.
Here's DeWitt, wins that one. That's his first clean win of the game so far, and it was taken by Jack Walden going up the right side. DeWitt gets it back. Second of the GMC and draw controls, and he's taking it up for the Comets now.
The Comet player's down. Yeah, the play will be stopped.
Over on the defensive side for the Comets, there is a player injured. We're going to wait to see who that is. And both teams will take a break here with 2:54 to go in the first half. Lucas, there are a lot of teams expected to win the GMC and have strong performances in the spring sports season for Mason High School. Give me a couple you're excited for.
Definitely let's go across to the other. Sorry about that, Ben, but to go back to what you said, I'm going to go with the girls lacrosse team as well. A lot of seniors, really talented team. Very looking forward to them. I mean, they're definitely in contention to win the GMC, if not just out-and-out favorites. I don't really see what their competition is in that conference, maybe besides Sycamore. But I can't go talk about spring sports without talking about baseball. The Comets baseball team is loaded. Tons of college commits. Really talented team. I'm sure you're excited to do baseball games this year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I believe the game got canceled a day ago or so. But, yeah, definitely exciting spring sports for the Comets, as every sports season is fall, winter. Such a talented school we have in sports. Boys, girls, lacrosse, baseball. And all the rest of spring sports should all be in contention for the GMC. But those are just a few that I'm definitely excited for.
Yeah, you talked about Mason and Sycamore and girls lacrosse. They are currently playing right now. And we're going to wait to see the score on that one as Mason, another missed opportunity here with 1:58 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I believe that was number 18 for the Comets.
That was
Injured.
It was Jack Walden, number 8, who was over on the sideline injured, senior defender.
Yeah, definitely one of these leaders for this Comets team. Don't like to see that. Hopefully he's all right.
We'll see if Mason can get anything going offensively. A little over a minute to go. Here's Natorp, top corner. That's good. Eli Natorp, the freshman, his first goal of the game. And the Comets 4-0 against a team they were expected to battle with, the Battle of the Skies, and their biggest rival. But they're taking care of them here in the first half, up 4-0 with 1:30 to go.
Yeah, what a performance for this Comets team. Up 4 goals on the rivals. About to go to halftime. Not sure what the complaint was for number 6 and Kathy on Sycamore. Looks like they were talking to the officiating after that goal. Not sure if they thought Nator was out of bounds or there was a foul that wasn't called, but either way, it's 4-0 Mason.
That face-off was won by Sycamore, but that wasn't Harrison there. Looks like that was Stephen Coyne. Won it against Gavin DeWitt. Sycamore takes possession with 1:20 on the clock. And a timeout's going to be taken by Sycamore to talk things over. If you're Sycamore, what do you look for here?
Just more intensity, I would say, going in the attacking half. Ben, they've gotten the good spots of the Comets in their attacking end and their defensive end, but they've been kind of too slow to get a shot off to test Alford's. And when they do, he's come up big. They've only have 4 shots on goal, but just hasn't been quick, I would say, for the Aviators. If so, they haven't just been testing Alford's as much. It's got to be a little bit faster for them if they definitely want to get back to this game. And obviously, lacrosse is different from other sports because it's a long game. Goals can happen just like that. It's not like soccer where it could take quite a while if you have a 2 or 3 goal lead. But, lacrosse is a hard sport, and this is a rivalry. And against this Comets team that's really good in this rivalry, it's going to be hard to come back, especially before it goes down. They really got to get a goal before the halftime to get some momentum going.
They're going to come out of the timeout here with possession. Down 4 in a minute 20 and a half.
Well, Ben, we talked about what Supreme Porks I'm excited for. We got the same. Excited for baseball, girls lacrosse.
Yeah, baseball, I think, is a team that's going to make a strong state tournament run. You got a pitching staff of 3 guys that were all going to play high D1 level baseball when they're in college. So that's really something that's very rare at the high school level. And their hitting's nothing. No negative on that side either. Jake Hanley's going to Indiana. He's only a sophomore right now, but that team is really talented. And if there's any year they can win state, it's this.
For sure.
Now traveling on the outside, that's Logan Donnelly. Gets it back to the top with 45 seconds on the clock. And they're going to throw that one away. Mason takes possession. Sycamore's going to sprint back on defense. We'll see what Mason can do. Clock stopped at 42 seconds.
Yeah, that's a killer, Ben. I said they got to get some momentum before going to halftime. Maybe a goal here would have done that, but they can't just throw away possession like that, just sloppy. There's no urgency really in the attacking end.
They launch it downfield. That one just too far out of the reach. Or actually, that may have been a timeout call by Mason. I think that might have been controlled by Mason Levin. Levin, a very talented junior like we talked about. He's also a tremendous flag football ref. Fun fact there for Levin. Mason Levin, Nico Goals, 2 guys I have the pleasure of refereeing some little kids flag football with, and they don't miss a lot of calls, Lucas.
That's awesome, Ben.
I know you like to referee a little bit of soccer, so.
Oh, nah.
Would you call yourself a good ref, Lucas, or
No.
is it more?
No.
Is it more you just getting the money here?
Yeah, just don't gain the money. My reffing days are way past me, I would say, at this point. Definitely just calling and playing. Definitely not looking for reffing sign. Refs been in any sport. They're the most hated person when they walk into the arena or stadium and when they leave the arena or stadium in any sport. I really don't see why you'd want to be a ref. High school, college, pro. It's a tough job.
It's a tough job, yeah. Mason taking a timeout here. Kind of same question as Sycamore had, but with 30 seconds left. What is Mason looking for, and how do they try to get a quick strike before half?
And Mason can get a 5th goal, I would say. That would be pretty much ideal or just really awesome if they could do that. But just probably see out the half if I were them. Jack Walden went down, injured a little bit in the second quarter. Just kind of regroup, catch their breath, get rehydrated, and come back up for third quarter. If you're Sycamore, really got to rethink your game plan.
Mason will get it now. That's going to start in the stick of Gavin Minogue. And they'll get going on the right side with 25 seconds. They're going to have to look for something quick. They got some time to set it up. But if they want a couple of chances, they might need something sooner rather than later. Neary having trouble picking that up, and it's taken by Sycamore. And they've got numbers on the fast break almost overthrown. Here, but looking to the right side, that shot just off. The rebound picked up by Truder. And the buzzer hits before the goal went through by Donnelly, and Donnelly is beside himself after that call. And that's the end of the first half. That's how it ends. 4-0 Comets lead over GMC rival, the Sycamore Aviators. Very strong defensive performance for the Comets, and we'll be back. Stay with us for second half action here on Mason Sports Radio.